Hi and welcome. I am Claire and today I'm going to be taking you through another full body workout. I'm going to be using my box today, my reformer box, and I'm also going to be using some hand weights. I've got 2 kilo hand weights. You could probably go a kilo up or a kilo down, just depending on your strength and your preference. All right, and we're going to come on down on our backs to start today. You want to have your hand weights close by so you're able to pick them up from a laying position. And I'm going to pop a red and a blue spring on. So for me, my red and blue spring is a medium and a light spring. Just setting my reformer up for my height. And then I'm going to come and lay down on our backs. So if you are working with a playlist today, either turn that music down just to start with or find something really nice and relaxing, as we're going to start with some breath work and just really set our intentions for our workout today. If you like to get that feedback from your body, take one hand down to your belly and the other hand up to your heart space and just start to take some nice big deep breaths, drawing the breath into the belly, expanding the ribs, and then letting that breath just float out and your body relaxes down into the carriage. As you bring your breath in, can you feel your rib cage expand as your belly rises up? So really drawing that oxygen nice and deep down, feeling the lungs expanding the diaphragm. And as you exhale, lengthen that exhale. So don't just let that breath come out fast. We want to lengthen it out. As you breathe here, just start to think about what you want to get out from this workout, how you want to feel at the end of it. Can you commit to staying with me throughout all of our blocks of work, even as that intensity starts to build? Know that we're in it together. Just bring your hands down beside you as you continue with that breath. Can you find the wide parts of your foot bar with your heels? And just start to gently rock those knees from side to side. If you feel any niggles here, just feel free to hold for an extra moment as you find that release through the spine. Any stiffness here, just send your breath there to find that little bit of release, that relaxation. And then settling back through center, bring your heels right underneath your hips and your knees are in a nice neutral position here. You can open up your eyes if you'd like, or you can keep them closed as we just gently start to warm up through the body with our pelvic curls. So a little bit of flexion through the feet as we drive those heels down, just feel that connection through the hamstrings. As you draw your breath in, can you pull your back down and just squeeze into your glutes here, starting to tuck the tail. As you exhale, just slowly peel yourself up, lifting one vertebrae up at the top at a time, holding at the top. Just feeling that tension down through the back of the legs as you keep your carriage parked in. Inhale, breath here, allow that neck to lengthen. Exhale as you massage your spine all the way back down. Keeping that tail tucked right until you get to the end. We pull the tailbone down, find neutral. Inhale, draw the back down, squeeze the bottom, tuck the tail, and exhale as you peel yourself back up. Like a beaded necklace, we just lift one up at a time. We hold at the top. Check that your knees are aligned with your hips, so a little bit of inner thigh activation, and we're nice and flat through that belly. We exhale as we roll back down. Again, that beaded necklace, just taking one bead down at a time, rolling our spine back down, keeping our carriage pulled into that stopper, and we continue. Inhale, breath. Exhale, tuck and peel. Try not to rush through this. Try not to make this any faster or more intense than it is. It's our first exercise of the morning or the day or the evening, depending on when you're taking part. And we just want to really gently become conscious of those muscles warming up. If it's there for you, as you roll up on the next one, can you slowly lift your hands up, reaching them up towards the ceiling, holding there for your inhale breath carriage, staying pulled right in. And then exhale as you roll down. We're going to slowly bring those hands all the way back down beside us. So just adding in a little bit of movement for the shoulders, as well as some instability in the body here as we take away that support system of our hands down beside us. We feel the massaging through the spine. We feel that intensity building through those hamstrings as we keep that carriage pulled all the way in to our stopper here. Beautiful. Next time we roll up, we're going to hold up at the top here. So really brace through the back of the legs. Can you squeeze your bottom to support those hamstrings? Can you tuck your tail? Keep your arms reaching up and draw the shoulders down. The carriage is pulled right into that stopper. We halfway lower the hips and exhale to drive back up. Inhale, halfway lower. Exhale, we drive back up. Keep pulling through the back of those legs, the heels driving towards the bottom cheeks. Keep the shoulders down. Keep flat through that midline. Keep pulling belly button into the spine, hip bones in towards each other. We have 3. Just for 2. Flex through those feet. Last one here, and roll it all the way back down, slowly bringing yourself onto your carriage. Reach down, grab your hand weights. We're going to be reaching our arms up towards the ceiling. We're staying with our pelvic curls for now, just bringing that intensity, coordination up. We're going to wake up a little bit more through those abdominals. So with your arms stacked up over your shoulders and your feet still, press down through the heels and the foot bar. We're going to start by rolling up through the spine. Hold at the top here. As you inhale, tap the straight back down to your carriage. Then tuck your tail, exhale and roll up. Inhale through flat back. We lead with that tailbone down, neutral spine. And exhale, we tuck the tail and we roll back up. So we're making a little bit of a wave with that spine here. Moving through neutral, through imprint as we tuck and we roll. Really becoming conscious of what our spine is doing. So it requires thought to really think about moving through neutral, and then rolling back up. 2 more like this, moving through neutral, tuck and roll yourself back up. And then next one, we're going to hold up at the top, tuck and roll up. Can we take our right arm out for a flyer, soft elbow, bring back in. Left arm comes out for a flyer, bring it back in, neutral spine, tap down, inhale, exhale, drive straight back up. So single arm flyers here, what you'll notice is that we require to switch those deep abdominal muscles on to really keep the pelvis stable here. Also, the intensity through the back of the legs is going to be building incredibly as we pull that carriage in. Now that spring should be pretty light. You should feel your hamstrings really firing on here. We're just going to do a few more rounds here. Can you keep your carriage parked the whole time for me, losing my words. Keep those hamstrings nice and tight. Keep squeezing through the glutes, moving through neutral. Next time we come up, just our flyers. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze in. Keep tucking that tail, lifting the hips. Pull your carriage in. Let's go for 4. For 3. For 2. Hold it up. 1 more here. Pulses up through the hips. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and roll it back down. Oh, that really got me at the end here. Just place those weights down beside you for a moment and give your knees a little hug into the chest, maybe a gentle roll. From side to side, can you lengthen your legs up? Maybe give those hamstrings a little bit of length. We're done with our pelvic curls, but not with our weights. We're going to stack those weights straight back up over the shoulders. If you like to have a little bit of space in between your shoulder blocks and your shoulders, you could shuffle down for this next little bit. We don't need to have that full length of the carriage. Oh, my hamstrings are already cooked. Worrying. Hand weights stacked up over the shoulders. We're going to draw our back down. I want you to find an imprinted spine here for support for this next little bit of work. Bring your legs up to a tabletop position. Pull your belly in. We're going to start with that single arm flyer again. So inhale as we draw one arm out and exhale as you pull it back up over the shoulder. Now there is a much greater instability here through the pelvis. Now that we have no support underneath those feet, but you are warm, okay? You have warmed up all of the correct muscles to be able to execute this. The key is not to rush through it, to be really conscious of what your body is doing. So as you open your arms, can you feel your ribs pulling back down? Can you feel your hip bones pulling in towards each other as you really try and keep your torso in that lovely, strong, square position on your carriage? Now, if it's there for you, we're going to add on a single leg extension, opposite arm, opposite leg. We take this into our dead bug. Out and in. Inhale out, exhale in. That's it. So as we extend the leg, extend the arm, we pull that belly button in towards the spine. Now your foot bar is there, which is just reducing the range. We're not coming too low here. It's just a gentle movement as we focus on the stability through the torso. Now, some of you might actually find that adding on that leg extension provides you with a little bit more stability through the pelvis as the movement is slightly more even. However, for others, this is adding on a lot more instability, particularly if your deep abdominal, so that strap in between your hip line, is a little bit weaker. All right, so we're gonna go for a few more here. We're gonna change it up, try and stay with me. Can you take that arm a little bit lower, make it a little bit more challenging? Let's go for 2. Holding your tabletop in 1. Double arm flyers. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, squeeze up. Okay, intensity on those deep abdominal muscles is a little bit less here. However, the intensity through the chest muscle starts to build up. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze up. Option to take a single leg extension with your double arm flyers, or for those who want that advanced option, we go double leg extension with double arm flyers. So just make sure you're really pressing down through the belly here. So we want to really maintain the support for the low back. Inhale as you extend everything. Exhale, bring it in. With control. We're going to go 10 more seconds here. No surprises at the end. We've got 5, 4, 3. Can you stay with me for 2, for 1, and rest it all the way down. Whew, good job. Weights come down next to you. Take your hands to your shoulder blocks, a little twist through the spine. All right, we're going to finish off down on our backs with some hands and straps. This is where we really start to get into those core muscles a little bit stronger here. I have a medium heavy spring on for this series. So that one red, one blue, not changing it, but it is a little stronger. So feel free to drop down to one red if it's too intense, or as an alternative, just keep your head down on your headrest the whole time. You don't need to curl up, okay? All right, so I like to have space between my shoulders and my shoulder blocks here so I can draw those shoulders away from my ears. Can you keep your spine in a neutral position, so tailbone down here, bracing through the belly, pressing into the straps so that your hands are right up over the shoulders. The legs are going to float up to your tabletop position as you brace through that low belly. Now we're sweeping the hands down next to the hips as you press the breath out through your lips, and then inhaling in through the nose as the arms come back up to that starting position. Option to curl the body up if that's where you are today. Like I said, you can keep that head and chest down if you prefer to. We do have that heavier spring on. This isn't going to be a super long round of abs here. We are going to bring the intensity up. I'm going to give you some options. Feel free to listen to your own body. Move within your range. Find your challenge point. Keep that belly pulling in. So as you curl up, you should see a flatness along your belly line from hip bone to hip bone. There should be no doming. Your belly shouldn't be sticking out. All right, I'm going to cue this next little block with the curl. However, if you're opting to keep your head down for this series, just ignore that part of the cue for me. All right, so sweep the hands, curl the body up, hold it here. The arms come out to the T, and then as your hands come back over your shoulders, your head and chest comes down. We curl up, sweep the arms out to the T, hands up over the shoulders, head and chest comes down. Continue. Curl, open, lift the arms, lower the head and chest. Breathing on the sweep and curl. Inhaling as you reset yourself around through that circular motion. Take it slow. Really hold that chest lifted as your arms slowly come out and those ribs stay pulling down. In 10 seconds, we're going to reverse the direction. If you need to take a breather, now is your chance just to stop and reset. Otherwise, you're going to continue moving for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Come back down to tabletop, hold it. This time the arms come out to the T. As you sweep your hands to the hips, curl up. Hold the curl as the arms lift. Lower the head and chest down as the arms come out. Oh, that is strong. That should feel strong. Sweep the hands to the hips, curl up. Lift the arms, hold the curl. Lower the head and chest as the arms come out. We're not going to stay here long. I don't think I possibly could if I tried. All right, for those who want more, hold the curl and continue with the arms circling up, out and around. Otherwise, continue with that lift and lower of the head and chest, or just the head resting down if that's where you are today. 10 more seconds. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Make this one your last one. And lower all the way down. Oh gosh, take your hands up onto those shoulder blocks as you place your straps back and give those knees that windscreen wiper from side to side. My abs are cooked. Such a short round. So good through the belly. All right. You're going to slowly bring yourself up to a seating position. Hang in there, guys. Just move those weights up onto the mattress so that they are out of the way and they are not a hazard. And we're going to be getting our box now and we're going to be placing it next to our reformer, okay? I'm going to start with my box on the left-hand side, simply because that is closer to you, so I can show you a little bit more clearly on our first round. And I'm bringing my hand weights with me. So yes, you can probably guess it, we're coming into a lunging series. I'm using the 2 kilo hand weights. You can go heavier or lighter, wherever you're at today. Now I've got my box really nice and close up the side of the reformer, up near the foot bar, not touching so I don't get any friction between the box and the carriage here. Your reformer might be built differently. That might not be an issue for you. And then I'm standing up on the box. Now, the first part of this series can very easily be done with the box moved out of the way and your foot down on the floor. So if you don't like being up high, don't worry. We need to change the springs, So come down. I'm going to change my spring to my blue spring, which is just my lighter spring on the reformer. That's going to increase the intensity for my stabilizing glute. For those who have funny knees, you might want to take it just a little bit heavier than that just for support. Or alternatively, instead of having your left foot all the way towards the front of the box, which I'm going to cue now, have it a little bit further back so you're working with a little bit more tension underneath you. That's going to provide you with that support. Okay, otherwise, as I said, I'm going to cue you to have your left foot all the way forward on the box. And then the right foot comes all the way back up against the shoulder block. So we've got this really nice, lovely stance here, wide with the legs. I need to breathe. All right. Arms relaxed down. Beside you here, we're just going to start with that lunge. So as you inhale, can you lunge down over that left leg? Press your right leg back and long. Pitch the chest forward, but keep the chest open. Exhale, stand forward as you drive up. Stand up as you drive through your heel. Inhale as you lunge down. Exhale, drive through that left heel to stand. There we go. Jumbling my words up. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, stand. Now, when you stand up, you start by driving through the left heel, and then I want you to feel that left hamstring lift you, really squeeze you up to that standing position. We can add on our arms as we curl and press at the top, then lengthen them down for that lunge. Stand, curl and press, ribs down, belly in. Beautiful. Find that length, shoulders down. Feel that smile across your chest here, like your chest is open, your collarbone is smiling out in front of you. So we never want to let those shoulders drop forward in the background. We always want to keep that open chest. As you breathe in, feel your ribs expand across the back of your body. As you breathe out, feel your ribs pull down. We are going to add on here. So take your lunge, hold your lunge. Now we want to keep our body nice and low. Tuck the back knee in and lift the chest. Curl your hands up. So you're in that 90-90 lunge. Pitch back forward, drive up, curl and press. This is where it starts to get intense. We lunge. Hold the lunge. Pull the back knee in. Just lift the chest. You're staying low. Pitch back forward. Lengthen the arms. Curl and press. Keep it going. Keep that breathing under your control. You are going to need it here. When you come into that 90-90 lunge, the chest is lifting, but be careful you don't bend into your low back, okay? Keep your body up nice and tall. You're pulling your right knee all the way underneath your hip. Now, left glute, left hamstring on fire, yeah? Really feel that control, particularly with that lighter spring. All right, we are gonna take one more stand, and then, oh, baby, we are staying down there, and it is going to hurt. Pull and lengthen. Pull in and lengthen. Good. Lift your chest, weight into that left heel for 4, for 3, last 2. One more here, hold that 90-90 lunge, hold it, pulses up and down. Breathe through it, you can do it. 6, 5, can I do it? 4, I don't know. 3, stay with me. 2, 1. Oh, stand all the way up. Oh my goodness me, my poor bottom. Give that bum a tap. Oh, lengthen that leg and just reach down towards it. You'll place your weights just down onto the mattress here. Take a moment to breathe, but before your heart rate comes down completely, we are going to keep on moving, okay? So not too much of a break. Bring yourself down onto your box. We're coming through a planking series. Oh, I can't even talk through it. Where is my cardio? Our hands are going to come over the front edge of that box. You've got one hand on either side of that front corner. For those who are quite happy planking on their toes, your feet are coming up against your closest shoulder block. If you prefer to plank on your knees, if you're pregnant, for example, really good idea is to bring your knees over onto your carriage, take your feet up against that farthest shoulder block, okay? Or really not just if you're pregnant, just anyone that doesn't want to plank up on their toes. The option's there for you. The intensity is going to be there no matter what you choose to do. If you feel challenged, then power to you. Make your decisions. All right. We're going to push out, find our plank here, knees down or knees up. Keep that belly pulling in. Your chest is open, so press that chest up away from your box. Squeeze your thighs for me. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, tuck your knees in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck them in. So your knees will travel underneath you towards your right arm. There's a little bit of a rotation here, but you're keeping your chest square over that front left corner of your box. Inhale as you press out. Exhale as you pull in. All right. Can we start to add on a pike? So pike your hips up, chest draws towards your thighs as your thighs draw towards your chest. So it's a two-way movement. Everything pulls up and in, not just the hips lifting. This is where people often make the mistake with their pikes. They pike the hips up and they just keep it as, it's like a rest, really. You want to really work that pike. Pull in from the belly first. Lift up, fold your chest in towards your thighs. That's it. All right, if it's there for you, just those pikes. Up and down. Don't rush it. Scoop, lift, and down. Can you find that plank each time for 4? We have 3, 2, plank and hold on your next one. Squeeze your thighs, press your chest up. Can you imagine you're trying to rip that box in 2 as you press your hands down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come in. Ooh, and we take a little break and a breather in 1, a breather. Bring the heart rate down as you breathe through it. So tough. I'm sweating quite a lot. We have a whole other side. All right, before we get onto the other side though, we're moving our box into our short box position. We're going to do a little intermission. You can leave your weights just out on that mattress. We're not going to need them for this next little bit. Come and sit on your box. I'm still on that light spring here. I'm really struggling with my breath today. I'm ready. Are you ready? Okay, so on your seated position, make sure your box is pushed right up against those shoulder blocks here. Come up onto your tippy toes. So toes are on the carriage. Your heels are up against your box here. And the first thing we're going to do is reach our fingertips forward to hold on to the foot bar and just hover the bottom up off the box here. I want you to keep your bum as low to the box as you can and your hands as light on that foot bar as you can. Starting to feel that squeeze through your thighs, openness through the chest here. Couple of breaths as we hold it, and then push out, find your plank. Keep your chest over your foot bar, squeeze your thighs as you open your hips, bracing in through the belly, keeping elbows soft. Your eye gaze is lifted over the end of your reformer here, holding that plank for 3, 2, 1. Bring the carriage in. Back to that hover. Option to lift your hands up and reach forward if it's there for you. Take that bottom a little lower, squeeze those thighs a little bit more, shoulders down, and we breathe as we hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the foot bar. Find your plank. Hold that plank. Chest over the bar, squeezing our thighs up, pulling the tail in, pulling the belly in. Eye gaze over the end of your reformer. Hold your plank here for 3, 2, 1. Back to that hover. This time we add on. Find your hover, reach forward. We hold it here. If you need your hands to the foot bar, that is fine. When you're ready, slowly standing yourself up, reaching your hands down beside you. If you are wobbly up here, move your toes a little further away from that box. Flatten your feet just a little bit, okay? The higher the heels, the more unstable this is going to feel. All right, we come down, squat, hold, hold, hold. Hands to the foot bar and squeeze out into that plank. Hold it for just a moment. Pull it in. Lift the chest, reach forward. Squeeze to stand up. We squat. We hold, hold, hold. Come down, plank it. Hold, hold, hold. You get the rhythm. Pull it in and squat. So it's about a 3-second hold in each position, which should be just enough time for you to really feel those muscles switch on and start to burn. That's it. We're going to do one more full round, and then it is just squat time. Hands to the foot bar. Reach out, hold, hold, hold. Now, carriage parks, stays parked. Find that squat, hold it for your moment, and stand. Squat down, hold it. This time, straight back up. Squat down, hold, and stand for 3, for 2, and 1 more. Find your squat hold. Option to take your hands back to that foot bar, hold it, or pulse it up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, into our plank in 2, in 1. Find that plank. If you can, walk your feet up onto that box. Now, the further you shuffle your feet back on the box, the lighter the spring's going to feel, the stronger it's going to feel. Option to stay here. Welcome to keep your toes down on your carriage, or press yourself away and hold that plank for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it home. Whew. Step your feet down. Sit your bottom down and whack those thighs out. Oh my. I hope you guys are struggling as much as me. Otherwise, you're just rolling your eyes at this chick on your TV or on your phone who can't talk through a workout. Usually I'm okay. Just feeling tired today. Anyways, box is moving over to the right hand side, and dearie me, we have to do that series on the other side. It was always coming and now it's here. My legs feel like jelly. Grab onto your 2 kilo weights. Feel free to let me know in the comments if I'm being a bit dramatic, and I'll level it up next time. I don't know. I'll have to go for a run or something before I do this, so I'm not breathing down the microphone at you. Am I rambling? This is what I do in my classes. I do ramble a little bit. Anyways, it gives you a break. You ready to go? Hi, I'm Claire. Welcome to my channel. Take your right foot forward. Take your left foot up against your shoulder block here. Okay, we lift our weight up so we've got that really nice, lovely split stance here. And the first thing we're doing is just that lunge. Pitching the chest forward as you lunge down. Drive up through that right heel as you stand. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. We're going to add arms on, but just stay here for a moment. I sound puffed because I don't get an opportunity to breathe properly because I'm talking the whole time. Inhale down, exhale lift. All right, option to take the same arms as last time. You have that overhead press. If you want to increase the intensity on the shoulders, because we haven't done a lot of shoulders, instead, next time as you lunge down, you sweep your arms up overhead and then drive up from here. So if you do have those heavier weights, this could be quite intense. Make sure you don't stick the chin out as you lunge down while you strain on your neck. Keep that chin tucked, length through the neck, and just squeeze up as far as you can, okay? Overhead might be an overachievement for some of you, but as long as you feel those back muscles squeeze on, you feel that intensity, perhaps you're just moving through the range of your shoulders. Where will they allow you to sweep to? And lunge. We're almost there, guys. We are at the pointy end. We got to get through this side, and then that is it. We get to stretch. Make sure you stay for your stretch at the end. Don't rush off. Hope you allowed time. Lunge down, hold it here. Tuck that back knee in. Weights to your shoulders regardless of where they are. Push out, stand up. So if you're taking that earlier option with the arms, the weights come to the shoulders as you lift your chest and then reach them back down. Whew. Reach. Bring them in. Lengthen. Find that angle. Is it harder on this side or is it just me? Pull and push. All right, we just got a few more like this. And then we're going to stay down after this next one. Shoulders are your options. Take those weights where you want them. And we go in and out. In and out. Let's go 4 more. We can. For 3. Oh my goodness. 2. 1 more here. Hold that 90-90. Hold it. Pulse it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, with grace, allow your carriage to slam. Oh, I'm going to lean over and give that hamstring a stretch and place my weights down and catch my damn breath again. Whew. Oh my gosh. Are you guys okay? I don't think I am. Let's do it though. This is the last bit. Let's just smash it out. Hands over the front right corner of the box. If you're kneeling, take your feet further away. If you're coming into that high plank, let's do it, baby. Toes up against the closest shoulder block. Push out whenever you're mentally ready. You can do it, Claire. You can do it. You can do it. Press out. Hold your plank. All right. Bring your chest over that box. Imagine you're trying to press that box apart. Lift your chest up. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the knees. Bring them in underneath you towards that left arm. I'm just going to focus on my breath for a moment. Can you keep your hips where they are? Make sure that you are opening them completely for that plank, but not dropping them. Let's add our pike on our next one. I always like to breathe on the pike. Helps to pull the core in. I always like to breathe on the tuck as you crunch through that belly. And make sure you are really finding your range in that pike. Pike your hips up, but pull your chest to your thighs. All right. We're going to go for 15 more seconds. If you can, just your pikes. 7 seconds to go. Find that plank each time. For 5, 4, 3, plank hold in 2, in 1. Find that plank hold. Hold it here, lift your eye gaze, open your hips, squeeze your thighs, pull your belly in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and just collapse wherever you are. Oh, boom, 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 boom. My heart is going insane. If you can, bring yourself onto your carriage if you aren't just disabled over there right now. Hands up on or over the foot bar or down onto your mattress and just rest yourself down. I think it's always nice here as we start to slow the breath and regain that control to just reflect on your intentions of your workout today and just tune into the feeling you have right now. Whilst you might have just a little bit of resentment for me, hopefully most of all you just have this sense of accomplishment for moving your body, for also being disciplined enough to do this in a home setting, wherever you are. A really big achievement. Only like a proportion of the planet can do that. Maybe you have a really nice buzzy feeling around your body. If you are quiet enough and still enough, can you just find where that buzz is coming from? Can you feel it in your belly? Is it in your chest? Or maybe you just feel it hovering over your skin, all over your body. A really positive chemical hormone racing around. And hopefully you can just ride on for a few hours after this workout. And allow that good feeling just to take over your day or your evening. It's like an energy, a really positive energy. I'm going to come up out of my child's pose here. Starting over on that right side, just move your box out of the way and come into a lunge. Resting your left knee down. And stretching out through that hip. Just allow your hips to open as much as feels comfortable for you. Draw your chest down towards your foot bar. And then just lift up. Bring your carriage all the way in. Let's take a hip flexor stretch here. So we're going to park the carriage, tuck your tail under, and just really drive your pubic bone forward without bending back into that back. It's more about the tuck rather than about that opening. If you want a little bit of a stronger stretch, you could reach your left arm up and over. So left hip should feel a nice stretch. And then coming on out of that, let's step up onto our carriage. Now, because we have a light spring on, we can bring our toes all the way to the front of the carriage for our elephant stretch here. Hands are down onto the foot bar. I just want you to push your arms out so that they are straight. And then keep your heels driving down, so maybe even wiggle your toes. And then push your heels into the carriage as you press back. And once you're in this downward dog type position, again, just try to wiggle your toes so that you can feel that the weight is back through the heels. Can you tilt your sit bones up towards the ceiling just a little bit more? And then bring the heels back underneath the hips and push them back. So your chest stays low, your arms stay long as the carriage moves in and out. Now, the further your feet are towards the front of your carriage, the stronger that pull is going to be. You can always walk your feet back a little bit further if that does feel a little bit strong. Just depends on what feels nice on your body. And then bring it all the way home. You step down to the left side for that lunge stretch here. Again, just opening up through the hips, allowing your chest to draw down. Your breath should be helpful here in allowing those muscles just to relieve. So when you exhale, just really send that exhale into your hips, into your glutes, into that thigh. And then pull your carriage in and take that hip flexor stretch. The carriage is parked. The tail tucks. So you open up through that hip. Like a little squeeze through that right glute might be helpful here as well. And maybe that right arm comes up and reaches overhead as you continue opening through that hip. And then let's come out of that stretch. And to finish with, you can either stand up or lay down, but I do want you to close your eyes down. Maybe you want to take one hand up onto your chest, one hand down to your belly, or perhaps you just want to take your hands down next to you and open them out to the front side of your body so that we are nice and open through the body. And we're going to start to breathe slowly. I want you to tempo your breathing. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go into your own mind, count your own breath, and just find some stillness, some quiet. I'm going to leave you here with your breath. Feel free to continue breathing for just as long as you'd like to, until you feel your systems completely relax, until all you can feel is that really nice fuzzy feeling over your skin, traveling across your body. And I will see you next time.